Hey guys, my name is Jennifer and I am Genevieve Designs. Today we're going to do a page setup in the album that we are currently working on. And I think we're going to do the front of this first fin. So there's two fins and there is a video playlist for this. Hang on. This is the paper collection that I'm using for this album. This is a Halloween album. This is, I always do a Halloween album every year. Halloween is my birthday, so I like to make sure that I do at least a little something for myself for my birthday. But there is a video playlist for this. I will have it linked up here, and it'll start with the introduction to the new set of templates, which is the mini album mashup album 2. I just released this month. So it'll start with the introduction to this, and then I think the next one will be the covers, and then we get into the pages. I'm pretty sure. But anyway, so check it out if you want to start from the beginning. I'm going to set this aside for now. There's also collections lists for the Etsy shop. Like everything that I'm using printable wise in this album will be in that list. And there's an Amazon list for this project, so if you want to check out what I'm using. There's also specific links to the paper collection and stuff like that down in the description box and the first pinned comment. There's also timestamps. Okay, so there's a lot of pages in this page setup. So I have printed most and traced some. So what I'm going to show you right now is what I've printed. And then we'll go to what I traced when it's time to use them. So go ahead and grab yourself a pencil and a paper, because there's quite a few pages that we are going to use today. So I'll tell you exactly what they are. So the first page is, I printed page 4. This is the mat for page 4, but I printed page 4, which is the main base page. And I printed everything on cardstock or the paper collection cardstock, one of the two. This one, I cut one long tab off. I cut this piece away. I put tape on all the tabs. I inked the edges. I scored the lines, all the things. I trimmed it to where it's going to be a side pocket. So there's that. I'm going to put my scraps of paper to the side. The second thing is page 5. I printed this is a side pocket insert. I printed the coffee stained version background, and then I printed the scripty papers over top. So this is going to be a side pocket insert. And then on page 24, I printed the mat for that. And what I did with this one, instead of printing the coffee stain with the black script, it's the same script except it's in its original form. Okay, so when you purchase the scripty papers, you'll get the original colorway, and then you'll get a vintagey colorway, and then you'll get the black and white or grayscale colorway. So this is the same script, it's just a different colorway. So I thought this might be kind of cool to mix it up a little bit. This is a side pocket insert. We could probably jazz this up with some embellishments and things. But anyway, so it all comes in the same, you know, the scripty papers all come in the same purchase. So might as well use more than just one. So again, I printed it on cardstock, cut it out, inked it up. So there's that. Then the next thing is page 9. So I printed the coffee stain version of page 9, and then I printed the black script over top. And I left one tab on and I cut the other tab off. So I cut the right tab off and I left the left tab on. And I cut it out, inked it up, I scored, taped, and I inked both sides. Okay. Put these aside. I'm gonna keep these, I think. I don't know if I've thrown some more away or not, but I'm gonna keep some of the, we might need those. So I'm gonna keep them. you never know. You should never throw scraps away until you're done with your album, because you just don't know. You don't know. All right, next up is page 18. I printed page 18 onto cardstock. I printed the plain version, and it's 2 pieces. So one of them I left both tabs on, scored, put tape on it, inked it up. I inked up both sides. Well, I inked up this edge just in case you see it. You probably won't, but anywho, it doesn't look like I fully inked that up. And then for this other one, I took one tab off. You decide. And I left the other one. I scored it, taped it, inked both sides. This one I did ink both sides because it's a flip. And then I printed the mat for this, which is page 37. I printed the mat onto the actual paper. Let me see, where's the other pieces? Is this it? There's one. What's on the back? I'm trying to find all the bits and pieces here. Okay, so for this one, the paper went like this. Pretty sure. And then there was some more bits that I cut off. So I cut it down to 8.5 because there's a direction on this paper. So I cut it down to 8.5, and then I trimmed it down to 11, and then ran it through my printer, and the mats printed out, and I just have cut them out, and I have inked them up. And that was what the backside looked like. It has the book pages on it. So I'm gonna put the little scraps in my Crafty Companion, and I'll put this in my plastic sleeve. So sometimes when the mats take up most of the page, I will print them out onto the pattern paper, especially if it's not super busy and very intricate. So sometimes I will. So I did on that occasion. And then I printed page 19. This is page 19. Well, this is a finished version of page 19. So the page 19 is an insert, and I printed the plain version, and then I cut it out, scored it, inked both sides, and I just put photo mats. So there's 8 photo mats, so that's 2 pages of the 3x4 photo mats from the Photo Mats Essentials. I just went ahead and got that ready because that's pretty straightforward, and we did some photo mats in the last video. So and we always do photo mats. So I mean, you make photo albums to do photo mats, right? Or to have photos. So anyway, okay, that's all I have printed out of the templates. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to put aside the mats for now. Maybe not this one. I'm going to put the insert and the mat for the insert aside for now as well. And I'm going to put this insert aside for right now. Okay, so let me grab the album. Let's go ahead and add these bits and pieces into the album. So I'm going to start with this. This is page 4, and it's a side pocket insert. So we're going to start on the very front page. Sometimes I'll just jump around all over the place, and I was actually going to do a different page, but then I had this idea to do this page, the front of this page, and I'm just going to go with it. I don't usually start from the front and work my way back unless I already know exactly what I'm doing on every page. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is you don't always have to work front to back. You can go in whatever direction that you want. You can add your pages in anytime you want. You can switch things out. You can change things. You can cut things out. You can do whatever you want. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to try to line it up. Don't go past this score though. I'm going to line it up to add this pocket to the page here. I'm going to burnish this down, and I'm going to add some tape so that the insert doesn't get stuck there. So it'll just glide right over top. And then I'm going to close it up. Whoa. Let me do it this way. All right. So there's that. So now we've got the side pocket insert. So the insert's going to go, the side pocket insert's going to go into that side pocket. Okay. Next step, we are going to add this page, this flip page. We're going to add it right on top of where we just added that page. So I'm going to burnish this really quick just to make sure that it's going to lay flat. So I'm going to remove the tape backing. I'm going to turn this to the side again. And we're going to go literally right on top of where we just, actually, let me see. Yeah, literally right on top to where we just put that. This is going to have lots of layers, you guys, lots of layers. And what's fun about this page is that it sticks up past the actual normal main base page. Can you see that? Sticking up. I just think that's so fun. It's so little and it's so simple, but it's just so fun, I think. I think it's a fun idea. Okay, I have come to the conclusion that I've only been recording for 12 minutes, and I used that battery that I used last time that it went dead ASAP. It's doing it again. This time I got 12 minutes out of it though, so I think I'm gonna get rid of this battery. I'm gonna change it really quick. I'll be right back. Okay, I think we're good now. We'll see. Okay, so we just attached this page and this pocket. This little flip page. I just love this. I just think it's so cute to have it sticking up at the top and bottom, but not sticking up at the top and bottom from the cover, just from the page. Okay, next we are gonna add this piece here as a belly band. So it's going to go right on top of the page that we just stuck down. I know it's a lot of layers, but that's what's fun about making your own mini albums. You get to put as many layers as you want. And I like layers. I like lots of layers. I like room for lots of photos, and I like lots of layers. And I have marked my pieces here to make sure I'm putting them up the right direction so that when I go to mat them, I can make sure that I put the right piece there, because it does matter. I mean, it's not crucial, but it does matter, you guys. Again, they are handmade. They are not machine made. They are not exact. So it just is what it is, okay? That's, you know, it's fine. Oh! Really? I literally just accidentally shifted it like a goober. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. So now we got a belly band. And then next, we are gonna add this on top of that. So it's gonna be a flip, belly band, flip, pocket. Okay. I know it's a lot, but it's fun and we're doing it. So why not? This is a work of art, am I right? Every time you make an album, it's your work of art. So actually, I'm gonna line it up like this. Should match pretty good, as long as you trimmed it out pretty good or halfway decent. Okay, here's my battery. Bad battery. I'm gonna have to order some more. Look, I even put a big old X on it. Don't use that no more. Okay, so I'll go ahead and put that insert. Look, this insert here is gonna go right here. Okay, so we got a flip page. We got a belly band. We got a flip page. We got a page. We got a pocket. Okay. next, because I can, we can go ahead and mat these. I don't think I have anything to embellish them with right now. I haven't like got that far, I don't think. I'm just looking around, and that's okay. A lot of times I will come back, you know, I had an idea. Now, don't hold me to it, but tell me your thoughts. I had an idea. You know, I always do like a video at the end of my albums where I'm doing like last minute embellishing and stuff. I don't know if I'll be able to, but I wonder if I could maybe do a live version of that. I don't know how to do lives anymore, so I'm going to have to do some research. If you guys have any thoughts on that, leave me a comment, let me know. If you guys were like, no thank you, also let me know. That would be fine as well. I mean, I'm sure I'll come back and put something here, but and look, I marked these too. Well, I better leave them there. I marked them, so I made sure that I put them in the right spot. So I'm just going to glue them down. But these will definitely need some sort of, wow, some sort of something, right? Or you could just write. You can do a lot of journaling on these. You could put a picture and journal. You could do a lot of things with these types of pages, these areas in your albums. But for now, we're just going to mat them. I mean, that would have even been cute, that side, but we've got another page. I don't know why my glue's acting weird on that paper. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to erase that, now that it's matted. Okay. I did trace a mat for here, but first let's do this. Let me glue this together. I just need to make sure I keep it right. I'm going to just glue it. I'm not going to do any corner chomping. I'm just going to leave it as a rectangle, and we'll do some embellishing later. Okay. Because you can still write over top of this, right? So it's still faint enough that you can still write over top, and I love that. All right, I'm gonna measure the center and mark it, and we'll do a hole reinforcement and all the things. I read a comment the other day that said, something about, we are not going to finish this by Halloween. You're probably right. You're probably 100% correct. But I'm okay with that. I will work as fast as I can to be finished, but it's probably not going to happen. Okay, what color do I want? What do I want to use? I think I'm going to use, I haven't used this color. Let's use this color. So I'm going to put this, we made these in the Prep With Me video part 2. Super easy to make. Alright, I'm going to punch them with my hole punch. And then I'm going to stick one on the back. I'm just using the Distress Oxide version of the Dusty Concord. This is the Distress Oxide version, or I mean the Distress version of the Dusty Concord. So the Distress Oxide version is a little bit pinker, where the original is a little bit more purpley. But both of those colors are in this paper collection, so pretty cool. Uh-oh. Where'd that come from? Right here. I don't know where these came from. What are these doing? These shouldn't be out here. These are not, what are these? Scorched timber. Oh yeah, those don't belong. Let's move them away. Wrong project. Okay, and then I'm going to use some of that twine that we made. Just tied it up in a little bundle so I could keep it from getting tangled. I'm just going to cut a piece. Alright, so let's just stick that in the side pocket there. And once again, another layer. Okay, now the things that I've traced, it's only a few things, but here's one. I traced this piece, so it came from this piece right here. Where's that bottom piece? That's not it. It doesn't matter, but still, I like to show you all, right? So I shifted it up so that, oh, you can't see. I shifted it up so that I wouldn't have the little girly face on there, but I think it's cute as it is. Alright, so that was the paper that I trimmed, or that traced this out of. I literally just traced it exactly where I wanted it, and I'm gonna put it right there. I think that looks pretty cool. And it doesn't even need anything else. I might put like 31 or something on here, but for now I'm just going to glue her down. Just gonna glue her down. Yeah, that looks so cute. Yep. Okay. And then the next thing I traced was the mats for here. And I think, is it this piece? Yeah. This was the piece that I traced it from. So I traced them side by side. So I traced the mat for this page and the mat for this page side by side because I wanted it to be like a full thingy. This one also had the little girls on it. Is this the other piece? I think it is. Beep. So I just traced it out exactly where I wanted it. Right, I'm gonna put these things up. I've got so many little scraps sitting around. I need to be a little bit more neat about it. And then we have this nice little cut-off piece. That's a really pretty section there. And then of course there's just black on the back. But anyway, so I had an idea to maybe trim this to be a pocket. What do you think? I kind of feel like I need to, I don't know. I need to glue this down because it's too like, all right, here's what I'm just going to do. I'm just going to do it, you guys. So I'm going to trim it all the way to here. Yep. And that way, we have like a little tuck right here. I love doing these like little special like what would you call this? Strategically placing like little pockets. I don't know. I'm sure it has a name, and I'm sure I've called it things. I just don't remember what I've called it. You know, my brain can only hold so much information. So now we've got like a little place where we can like, I wonder. I'm worried that that's gonna cut a little bit deeper. Right, so there's on that side, and should we do the same on this side? It's not quite the same kind of situation, but we could. Or not. I'm thinking, let me grab a piece of something. Anything, give me something. Alright, so if we had something in this pocket. Like this little tuck. I feel like it would have to stop right at that tree branch. Well, you know what, let's just do it. And suffer the consequences later. So I'll just have to put something in there to kind of like remind me that because I don't have anything to put in there. So I need something to remind me that, okay, you might want to put something there. Okay. And it doesn't have to be like a big something. It could just be like a little note. Because you can put pictures or journaling or whatever you want. So now let's glue these down. I'm going to glue along that cut line, above that cut line, I guess I should say. And then around the edges. Smaller piece. Hang on. Right, just trying to make sure it doesn't glue down. See, it's a really tiny, tiny, tiny little space, but here, let's do it like this. I won't leave this, it won't be like what stays, but it just will sit here and it'll just be a reminder. Just so I know. Alright, the same with this one. I'm going to glue along the top of that cut and then around the edges. Piece. All right, I'm gonna give that some thought for a second. I'll be right back. Okay, at the end of the day here, I think that I've pulled out a bunch of different things to put in these little pockets. But I think I'm gonna wait until later because we're gonna have a lot of scraps, but I'll show you the options that I was thinking through. Just a journal spot, for example, might be cute in this little pocket here. Maybe not so much here. But this is in journal set number 1. The random embellishments. There's a bunch of fun things in the random embellishments that may work. I even thought about just doing a few tags like that. Here's another journal spot. Right? I think it might be a little too big. Here's another random embellishment. These are just jumbo tags, right? Which are cute, but I don't know yet. I don't know yet. And then there's that one. But then I also remembered that I have these floral tags. These are actually, all of these were on the same sheet. These were a freebie from a long time ago. They are in my Facebook group, which is linked down below. If you want to check it out, they're floral tags or something like that. Or if you don't do Facebook, I actually have them I do have them listed in my Etsy shop. I will link them down below. But I'm not going to put them in the list yet because I don't know if we're going to use them or not. But anyway, so I don't know. There was just something about it that just seemed to fit for some reason. Like even this little tag would be super cute in there like that. Or maybe we can just make one out of scraps, right? This one doesn't look, I mean, it would go, but it doesn't look like it would go, it fit as well as this one, for example. So I don't know. What do you guys think? You'll have to let me know your thoughts on all this. If there's nothing, obviously it's an insert, so it can be changed at any time. But yeah, so we might, I'm definitely gonna wait until we are, we have more scraps and things and we can make tags and things. So yeah, I think that's just what I'm gonna do. Oh, you know what? I didn't realize that was the same. Oh, should I have done it this way? Should I put it like that and have that on that side? That's something to think about, isn't it? But anyway. But all right, actually, I think you guys, I think that is all. I'll leave those for now. Or my first thought was these these little random embellishment tags. But I don't know. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I just don't know. But anyways, I kind of don't want, I just want to put something, just so you know there should be something there. But I want you to be able to see it too. I know, I'm just being weird, ain't I? That's okay. I'm always weird. All right. Well, I'm just going to leave it at that because I could sit here and go back and forth all day long with these. But yeah, I think that's all we're going to do in today's video. It was a lot of layers, but you see it turned out really cute, I think. Let me know your thoughts on that. But all right, you guys, be sure to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And make sure you give me your thoughts and all that. And make sure you're subscribed. And thank you so much for joining me today, you guys. And I will see you next time. Bye.